The word of the day in Prague is defenestration. It means to throw out the window. This is the first defenestration of Prague when these city councilors were thrown out the window, out of these windows, by the Hussites. So I'm going to talk a bit about different war and conflicts that occurred after John Huss was martyred. These are called the Hussite Wars. They lasted for many, many years. So there's a church not far from here called the Church of Our Lady of Snows. And that was a church that was here during the time of the Reformation. And there's a parish priest there by the name of John Zelik. He's also called Zelevisky, or John of Salivo. But this priest, John, was a Hussite. He was a follower of Huss, and he preached against the oppression of the Hussites that was taking place after Huss's death. He was a fiery orator. The people heard him gladly, and he became the leading Hussite in Prague. In June 18, 1419, a crowd led by him went to the reconsecration of a church to the Catholics. Because what the Holy Roman Emperor, the King of Bohemia, was doing, the Holy Roman Emperor is having the churches that had been Hussite, he's switching them back to Catholic. So this mob, led by Zelik, goes to that church that's being reconsecrated, interrupts the ceremony, and stops it from happening. A few days later, June 30th, again, that church is full. And the preacher is fiercely decrying the city council's actions, supporting the Catholics instead of the Hussites, because they had arrested some of the Hussites. And then Zelik leads the congregation out, and he's carrying the sacrament in what's called a Monstrance, which is an ornate container for holding the communion bread, because the communion was one of the big issues between the Hussites and the Catholics, and so it became a symbol for the Hussites. So he's going out carrying the elements with him. A lot of the people in this group are armed, and they went to another of these churches that was being reconstituted. The priest ends up getting hung, the church is broken into, and then they marched back by this building, which is the New Town Hall. The New Town Hall, construction begun 1377. So, the council of the new town of Prague is meeting in this building. This is a council that the Hussites are having issues with. This is a council that is supporting what the emperor is trying to do instead of what the people and a lot of the nobility, the Hussites, want. So this mob, led by Zelik, comes in here, and there's this council meeting going on. The people are demanding to be let in, that their complaints be heard. The council is refusing. Eventually, people come up, break in, and throw the councilors out of the window, and most of them die. And so the word of the day in Prague is defenestration. It means to throw out the window. There's a couple of them in Prague's history. This is the first defenestration of Prague when these city councilors were thrown out the window, out of these windows, by the Hussites. And this was the beginning of the Hussite Revolution, where the Hussites end up turning to military force to resist what the emperor, their lord, and the Catholics are trying to do. So Sigismund the king is furious at what happened. So Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia, and his relative is the Holy Roman Emperor. So the Wenceslas, King Wenceslas, again, not the same as the one from the song, but same country. So he compromises with the Hussites. He recognizes a new city council that was organized by the Hussites. But a few weeks later, the king dies, and Sigismund, who was the brother of Wenceslas, Holy Roman Emperor, takes over the throne.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and share it with your friends. You can also visit www.discerninghistory.com for more videos and other resources.